Hi YouTube. So, oh my god, what happened to my voice? We have a Secret Santa going on in our Facebook group, and I've never done this before. I didn't even hear of that, but apparently it means that you can sign up, which I did. Of course, I sign up for everything. And you get a random address or a random person you make a pocket letter for, and somebody will make one for you, but you don't know who. So that's kind of very, very funny. I don't know, it's fun. Not funny? Fun. Exciting. So I was thinking, what do I do? You know, we signed up like, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and all of the ladies are like, oh, mine is done, or I will be sending mine like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And I was thinking, I didn't even start. I gotta start. Oh my god, I'm always like late to start. I'm not late to send. At least most of the time. I think I'm never late. I don't know. However, I started yesterday and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And then, you know, this morning I woke up and I saw my stamps, the little elves, and I completely changed my mind. And so, because I wanted to color them, you know, sometimes you're like, ooh, I want to do this right now. So it took me a whole day because I'm progressing with my fibro, apparently, which means I'm getting worse, and I have to sleep much more. It's crazy. I'm almost not doing anything, and then I have to take a 4-hour nap. It's not a nap, it's like a whole night, 4 hours. Some people sleep 4 hours a night and not longer. Like my husband, you know, when he's working, all he does, like all he sleeps is a couple hours each night. It's not more than 4 for sure. And it's my nap. Okay, talk. I have to do something. However, I went ahead and I colored my little elves. I had no idea what I'm gonna do. And then I went online and I printed myself some elf quotes, I guess. So I printed them out and I colored them just a little bit with my pens, glitter pens. I got a Daiso a long time ago. And then what I did do is I sprayed them with my glimmer mist. Thank you for whoever told me to shake them like this, because it worked out much better. I love it. I was shaking them up and down. I'm not doing this anymore. And it's so glittery. I know the camera's not very good in picking the... Let me turn on the light. Maybe you can see. I'm not sure. I can't see in my viewfinder. But yeah, that's what I did. Now what I want to do is, the only thing, guys, and it bugs me a lot because I feel like I'm wasting stuff, is I cannot print because I'm technically, I don't know, whatever. When it comes to anything like this, computer and whatever, I'm very challenged and I cannot figure out how to put this like here so I don't waste all the time. So all the paper, so everything always prints in the middle for me. It's so bad. It's really bad. I don't like it, but you know, that's what I have to deal with. And then I keep this paper and I use it for something else, but I wish it would not do this. You know, and I'm sure I can like watch a video and learn, but I just hate it. I hate everything like that. I don't like to learn stuff like this. I know we live like in a time where we should know stuff like this, but I don't like to. I'd rather craft something. I really don't like that. Wow, and now I can barely see the lines. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out. I just always have a card like this. This is the size for the pocket letter, so you know, I don't have to measure or anything. I can just like draw lines and go. I don't want to measure. You know what I do? Oh my god, it's so funny. I just can't do the inches. I don't know. I'm trying and for some reason it's hard for me. So every time I have to measure something, in inches. Normally I'd rather do it like in centimeters and millimeters, but if it has to be inches, I would go like 2 inches and 1 line. That's what I say to myself, 2 inches and 1 line, 2 inches and 2 lines. Because I have no clue. I know it's hard. My life is so hard. So now the hardest part, and it still is because I didn't decide, for me was to pick my paper. I swear to God, I don't have the right paper for this project. I just don't. I was about to cry because I don't. I didn't know what to pick. There is a lot of papers there, but they are just not right, and it upsets me. So I'm like, why? I need the right paper for that. So yeah, I just grabbed a couple papers I have, and I will try to deal with that dilemma, right? I know for you it might sound like I'm crazy, but I think a lot of you can relate that it does not matter how much paper you got, you will not find the right piece when you need it. And I just tore it out, so what I'm gonna do is I want it to be like straight. So I'm going to use my little knife. Okay, and I'm going to cut this one shorter. And I was thinking actually about ripping it off, and I think ripping it off will be much better. But just because my fingers are not very good today, I will use my cutter to cut myself the pieces I need. So I need 2.5. No, I actually need 2.5 and 1 line by 3.5 and 1 line. That's what I need. I believe this should fit. Excuse me. So, yes. See, if I cut 2.5 by 3.5, it will be a little too short, so I have to cut 2.5 and 1 line. I don't know what it means, 1/16, or I have no idea. But what I do know is that this is the right size for me. And now I would like to kind of rip this off. So, you know, I don't know if you, yeah, you probably do know what I mean. I just want this to be like ripped. I did this last year to my Christmas pocket letters, and I loved it a lot. But this one is very close to the edge here, so I will be careful to not to rip the hat or something, you know. But if you rip it, it just looks different. Okay, this one is not too bad to rip because it's far away, so I can rip bigger pieces. But this again right here, I have to be very careful. And I guess I'm gonna take it out of the frame because I have to put it closer to my eyes so I can see that I'm not ripping off a part that I don't need to rip off. And it's really hard for me to work with my fingers today. I don't know. My fingers are just really bad. Okay, getting better. Ouch. Okay, kind of, let's see, will it fit? Yes, it does. And now, just because it's me and I'm always doing something like this, of course, I want to distress it. And that's what I'm gonna do. See, it just looks ripped. And if I distress it a little bit, I will show you the difference. Look, it looks so much better than just, you know, this side. And I really don't need a lot, so I will just carefully go there. You know, I don't have an idea of what I'm doing yet. All I know is, okay, I want this elf sayings to be on there. I'm not sure how I'm going to like connect all of it yet, but I'm always hopeful that I will figure it out as I go, you know. So that's why I'm gonna just do this. Yes, and I will, you know what, maybe it's a good time to use my glue stick. I think it's gonna be better. Breathe. I know I have a glue stick. I have all the different glues in my house. And maybe it's a good idea to use the leftover paper, at least for that. You know, even though I might be able to do something with that. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Guys, I really hope that it's not gonna be like 14 episodes like with my ABC. That was a lot. You know, I was thinking, who is going to watch them all? You know, I was so sorry that it took such a long time, but there was nothing I could do. But that was just how I made it, or how I crafted it, you know. So now let me do it. I always use it to kind of get glue everywhere. You know, I did not use it at the beginning, and I think it's such a small trick, kind of, but if nobody teaches you that, you will never know. And it didn't stick very well. Now it sticks much better when I use that. I use that on everything now, double-sided paper or whatever it is. Okay, look, it's just normal printed, like, I found it, I just went to Google and I typed in elf quotes, and that was it. So I'm going to make the cards just like I can or whatever, and then later on I will see how I'm going to connect them, you know, all together, because right now I just do not know yet. And this is from, what is it? Something memories, something stack. I love it. I sell it in my Etsy store, by the way, but I really, really love it because it has so many different things and it's like screaming Christmas to me. So I'm not sure if this one is gonna be too big, but I will try. I will just move on to the second saying, but this is like really big. And because I'm challenged, I could not make it smaller. I have to learn that because there are so many possibilities with your printer. Oh, of course I did that. You can print yourself everything because you are not kind of selling it or whatever. You can use it, right? For yourself. If it's online and you are using it for yourself, you know, you can print out whatever you want to print out. So yeah. And of course I ran out of my color ink, so I had to improvise, and that's what happened. I just printed it in black, and then I used my gel pen on it. Figured that's gonna be fine. But this is gonna be a little bit hard to rip off on the sides because, you know, it's the size of the card already. So it's gonna be a little harder, but I still want to rip it off. Anyways. Where did it go? I lost it already. Okay. So let's do this. I love the look of just ripped stuff. I don't know. Okay, I believe I can only rip like here where there is no words, because otherwise it's too close. I just can't do that. It says, by the way, there is room for everyone on the nice list. Of course there is, because nobody is on the nice list. There is so much room left, right? Because we're all on the naughty list. I definitely am. You know, I am doing things I shouldn't be doing all the time, which is not good. Try to better myself. Okay, let's see if this is going. I just hope it fits on the card. But I am going to cut myself one. And this time this will be that one. Okay, 3.5 and 1 line. I don't know, what is it? 4/16, I believe. 1/16. For me it's 3.5 and 1 line. 2.5 and 1 line. Okay, I just hope that it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let's hope it. The good thing is when you use your glue stick, you can still move your paper to adjust it. And you know what I forgot to do, and that bugs me now? I have to do it real quick. Of course I forgot to use my distress ink on it. Now I have to hurry up a little before my glue dries all the way. Sheesh. See? Less talking, more working, Irina. Then you don't forget stuff, you know. The important stuff. Always talk, and don't do the important stuff. But I think I managed. No, I still. That's okay. I'll just put some more glue on here. Okay, and it's a tiny bit too big, so I'm going to just try and rip it off and see what's gonna happen. But just, seems to be all right. Sorry, I'm not in frame, but I have to see what I'm doing, and it's so small. Okay, that worked out pretty good, actually. Yes, it did. Look. So I'm not sure, really, right now, where I'm gonna put my elves on, and if I'm going to use them at all, but I think I will. So, for right now, I'm just doing the cards. I have, I believe, 1 or 2 more sayings here, which I'm going to do. The next one is, we elves try to stick to the 4 main good food groups: candy, candy cane, candy corn, and syrup. I think that's so funny. I do not like candy. You know, I'm not like a big fan. Okay, I'm not sure where I left off. I had a phone call. I lost my pen. I know that much. So, let me do this. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut this again. I know, guys, a lot of cutting, a lot of blah blah here with me today again, but I am so glad and grateful that I can cut and talk, because I have had a couple very rough days where I couldn't even get up, you know, not craft. I was barely getting up, and now I'm here again and I'm doing my thing. So always try to be grateful. I'm grateful for that today. I'm the first who forgets to be grateful, so you know, me telling you to be grateful, it doesn't mean that I'm always grateful. I'm trying, but I'm forgetting because I'm just a normal person, you know. I just okay. You know, you should try this once. If you never ripped your paper before you stuck it to something else, try this and tell me if you like it, like if you like the look of that, because I just love it. Ripping it and then distressing it, it's, I believe, like the best look ever. I don't know, and it's so easy actually. But when you rip it and then you distress it, you know, where the rips are, the lines, it's gonna be darker, and the rest is gonna be like not that dark, and it's just so cool. It looks like you ripped it out somewhere, you know, off an old book or whatever, and it's just a really cute look. Okay, next one. Oh, I need a piece of paper. Of course I do. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one, and more cutting from me. You know, this should be like a series of cutting with Irina. Just in case you didn't know how to cut, I will show you. But yeah. Okay, see, it goes so much faster with this. I don't know, I haven't used my paper cutter a lot, just because I always need to exchange the blades. But it's so much faster. And I cut, mostly I cut with my knife from the Dollar Tree. It's so much cheaper. You know what? I do have one with a candy cane right here. Ha! I think that's what I'm gonna do. I do have one elf with a candy cane right here, and I want to stick him onto the paper. Okay, let me just make sure that my paper is on there properly. And then I will stick my little elf right here because I think it's so cool. And he got a candy cane. So, but this one I wanna use another glue because I'm not going to do this. All right. I tried to put the needle back in so I don't lose it. Like as always. I'm normally always losing it. Okay, I like that. I want to see if yeah, I'm probably going to distress the cards just a little bit so it's not very shiny on the sides. Just a little bit, the sides, almost not visible. But look! Isn't he cute? I love him. I colored them, and then I put Wink of Stella on top, of course. You know. I wish the word list was like down there, but it's not. Okay. I'm just looking what I can put on here because I have this this little elf and he is so happy. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put him right here when it's where it says Santa's coming. I know him. I know him. I believe it. This is all from a movie, but because I'm not American, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean that movies are not running in Germany, but you know, guys, you have your movies, certain movies you watch all the time for Christmas and whatever. I learned it here that you do. I don't. So I believe this is from movies, but I'm not quite sure. So please don't kill me. Okay, so I put this little happy elf right here. And then I will see what else I'm gonna use. For right now, I do have this one. It says, I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite. And I believe I have a smiling elf here, which I'm going to put on there too. Yes, I do. Right here. Here's smiling, really big. So I'm gonna use my card again, you know, just to give me an idea. You know what? I believe I can, no, see, learn from your mistakes. I was like, I believe I can just cut like this. Because I don't need it really straight, I'm going to rip it off anyways. That's why I'm gonna cut it like this. If I cut it like that, it's not gonna be straight. But that's okay, because we are ripping it out of the paper here. And now I'm wondering, when I put my smiling elf, who disappeared on me just now, he's hiding. I wonder where I'm gonna put him. Maybe here, or maybe here, or maybe here. I have no idea. I'm gonna rip the card first. Because I have no idea. So I'm just gonna do something right here. And it does not have to be straight at all. I feel like the more wrinkled it is, the more character it gets. Don't forget to distress. So yeah, guys, you can just, I think it's an important lesson for those who just start out crafting, because, yeah, I'm just like thinking of myself. When I started out crafting, I didn't think of things like a printer, you know. When you have a printer and a scanner and you only have like 2 pieces of nice paper and you can afford more or whatever, but you have a printer, scanner and ink, you can also scan your piece of paper and print it out. I did that. because I wanted to save my nice paper. So yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Oh wait, this one is really cute too, but I don't think it's big enough. No, it's not big enough. Oh man. Okay, I'll just use this one. See how quick and straight and nice. So okay, let me see. I need to figure out where I want the elf to be. Here. Because once I stick it down, I need to know where he's gonna go. And, you know, I need enough space for him to go there. Okay, let's do this. That's not straight, like, at all. Not even close to being straight. Ay, ay, ay. And now, of course, I cannot find it. Guys, I have 4 of those bone folders, and I can't find anything. They always disappear on me. I need more and more, just because once I start crafting, things disappear. let me put the smiling elf right here. Okay, stick down. Little boy. I think it's cute. It really is. And I'm just going to, I just like do this. I don't even distress in a way. Not very much, but I just don't like the cuts to be white. You know. So, this one is done. Hey! We're making progress right here. Okay, I don't think they're gonna go in this way because I really want to do something different as well. So I will probably just put them in the corners or whatever. I will see. But for today, that's it. I'm exhausted. I know it didn't look like much, but I'm exhausted just from ripping paper, truthfully. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. I don't know who's gonna get it, but I hope the person who gets it will like it at the end. I hope it's all gonna work out. So that's what we got, and I think it's adorable for now. Just like for a stamp and a couple printed sayings or quotes, I think it's adorable. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. And hope you'll stay tuned for the next part. Right? Yeah, what should I say? Come on over to my Facebook group. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. You will not regret it. And if you do, you can just get out. You know, it's nobody keeps you there. You can check it out and then quietly leave if you don't like it. However, check out my description because there's a couple things. There's my Etsy store, my besties channel and stuff like that. And yeah, guys, just keep on crafting because I believe it's what, 27 or 28 days till Christmas. Hurry up. Okay guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.